Good. Good. Like there is nothing black people will literally not see. Like there is nothing. There is nothing. So the Chinese people have the audacity, the effrontery, the temerity not to only create a doll that look like black people, black children entirely, but have the audacity to start doing this to these particular dolls. Have it at the back of your mind that these particular dolls are not just the black kind of dolls that they said. They created, but the only one doll that they think they can do every single thing to that particular doll is the one that looks like black people. You want to tell me with black people? No, convince me that the word is literally not obsessed. And by the time black people said, we are the blueprint, it becomes a thing. Why are they saying they are the blueprint? But anyways, welcome to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are the best. With that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries.
Cute black baby squishy toy is super fun for stress relief. Perfect small gift. Tap the link below to get yours now lah.
TikTok で話題になっているもの、それがナターシャ、アフリカベビーのスクイーズ人形。中国版 TikTok では洋服を着せたりメイクをしたり、まるで本物の赤ちゃんみたいに遊んでる動画が大量に出てきます。これが流行った理由からの雑扱いの様子を更新。投げられたりスープかけられたり風船につけられて放たれる、このストーリー性のある動画がバズって、今中国ではナターシャを使った動画が
meme on Chinese social media. So on Red Note and Diane, there is a trend of meme surrounding this stress toy people call Natasha. As part of this trend, people do obscene, cruel, and all things to this doll as you see in the video, and it's super popular and people call it hilarious. I personally have an uncomfortable pit in my stomach when I see these videos. These stress toys come in various colors, even pink, yet the trend specifically chooses this particular model. Some are met with cyberbullying and nasty comments for speaking out. Some netizens simply dress her up and take her out.
So the Chinese people over in China are using black baby dolls for stress relief. They're literally torturing these dolls, stomping these dolls out, beating these dolls, and doing all sorts of heinous things to a black doll baby. If this is not child abuse mixed with racism, then I don't know what is. The Chinese population in China is Chinese people. They are not even in close proximity to black people like that. So what in the fuck is going on? What would prompt them to do this? And then when we say everybody is obsessed with black people, they say, oh, you're lying, no one likes you, we all have black fatigue. When we say people are delusional and it is nothing but pure projection, when they talk about how we operate through the world and how we treat people and how we're dangerous and how we're a threat to society, when it's literally the people that are pointing the finger, three are pointing back at them. Because what on God's green earth would make Chinese people make a doll and call it the Natasha doll just to torture it and beat it up for stress relief? A little black baby doll. Literally, I've seen a video of a Chinese person running the doll over with a car, slapping the doll, slamming the doll, doing all sorts of demonic debauchery with this black baby doll. Yet people swear for God that we are the worst thing that happened to planet Earth. We've not done anything to anybody to subjugate them, denigrate them, disenfranchise them. What is like, and then we keep saying, well, what is the problem? What is the problem? It has to be pure jealousy and envy and just racism, because there's no excuse for this. There's no excuse. There aren't even black people in China like that for them to be doing this. Globally, everyone has an issue with black people. And then you'll be like, oh, well, if everybody has an issue, then maybe you're the problem. No, maybe we are the source. It gotta be jealousy. It has to be, because what else is the reason for this? And just blatant racism. They are not even in proximity to black people like that in China. Yet they're taking delight in torturing a black baby doll. Let that sink in. What do y'all think about this? Sound off in the comments below, because this is just like spread love is the Brooklyn way. Like, child, everybody globally has a gripe with black people, and particularly black Americans, because the name Natasha, that's a black American name. Like, they're not named Natasha over on the continent. You don't hear too many Natashas in South America or in the Caribbean. That sounds like a black American's name. This is crazy.
他买了一堆娜塔莎，你买这么多小黑人干嘛？
什么小黑人？他叫娜塔莎，最近可火了。
所以你打他干嘛？
我要解锁娜塔莎的各种玩法。
他怎么回事啊？
他
啊？
Yes, you are not overreacting. What you're looking at is dehumanizing, disturbing, and racist. And before anyone tries to tell me I'm overreacting or that it's just a doll, let me stop you right there. The Natasha doll started after a creator began carrying around a black baby doll and bringing it to his mother whenever she tried setting him up on blind dates or marriage proposals. Out of frustration, she would hit or throw the doll whenever she saw it. Eventually, he started making content around it, other people joined in, and now the trend has spread everywhere. But what concerns me is how this trend continues to evolve into even more disturbing behavior. Because now we're seeing people throw these dolls around, slap them, compare random babies and children to Natasha, compare animals to Natasha, put on blackface to imitate the doll, and treat all of it like it's some harmless joke. When you combine all of that together, it starts giving off minstrel show behavior, reducing black people to caricatures, stereotypes, and punchlines for entertainment. Considering the history behind that, I don't see anything funny about it. I find it incredibly disturbing, disrespectful, and racist. What makes this even more disturbing is seeing children being a part of this trend. Children are being exposed to behavior that normalizes anti-blackness at such a young age. When parents encourage that behavior instead of questioning it, it continues to cycle into the next generation. And then you have people making cakes, cookies, and food shaped like these dolls, while completely dismissing why black people and others may find that imagery disturbing and dehumanizing. What frustrates me the most is that every time anti-blackness in Asian spaces get brought up, people rush to make excuses instead of reflecting on their behavior. We as Asians know what it feels like when people reduce entire communities to jokes and caricatures. So let's stop pretending people don't understand why this is offensive. At the end of the day, black people are human beings. They are not punchlines, they are not props, and they are not here for people to dehumanize them for the sake of a trend. Anti-blackness is already far too normalized in Asian spaces, and I'm tired of people brushing it off every single time it gets called out. Black people deserve the same dignity, respect, and humanity as everyone else.
Hey y'all, so if you're Black American, you are probably not going to be surprised by anything that I'm going to say in this video, and you're not my target audience for this video, although I would really appreciate your guys' support right now, because the rabbit hole that I started down last night and then backed out of because it was just too fucking disturbing to continue is just it's insane. So today I am talking to Chinese Americans, not Chinese people in China. I am talking to Chinese Americans about your people over in China. So I've been on the Red Note app for a little while, you know what I mean, ever since like TikTok had its first little issues or whatever. And of course, there's racism against Black Americans specifically on the Red Note app, like insanely, right? And whatever, racism's fucking everywhere. And argue with your mama about it. Racism against Black Americans is everywhere in the fucking world. Anyways, I came across these Natasha dolls. And I got my iPad here so I can make sure I get this shit fucking right. Whoever this company is or whatever, created a new doll with a different kind of therapeutic aesthetic. They call this doll Natsa. The description for this doll has dark skin, simple and rough features, and always looks like she's just letting it rot. This doll is the total opposite of those perfect, polished influencer dolls. Young people find her ugly cute and use her to relieve their stress. So basically what they did was they created a minstrel black doll to beat the shit out of when they're feeling bad about themselves or anything going on in their fucking lives. Mind you, this is in a country that is 92% Han Chinese. 92%. And the other 8% is different types of Asian. They created a black doll that looks like a minstrel doll that they're smashing the head in, they're beating it up, and they're posting these videos online like it's funny. It baffles me, like how we stay on everybody's fucking mind. First of all, why do these dolls that are used for therapeutic reasons for you to relieve stress have to look like anything or anyone? Why isn't it just like another like random Labubu looking thing? Why are you guys painting the doll's face white? You bought the black doll and then painted it white. And this isn't me overthinking this or blowing it out of proportion or making it worse than it is. This is just simply racism, and it's fucking disgusting. And I'd like to see someone of Chinese fucking descent call this fucking nastiness out. They banned it in schools over there because of how fucking disgusting it is. But that's not enough. Like, there needs to be some sort of like major conversation had about this and had about the racism from other fucking countries towards Black Americans. It's really fucking weird and disgusting, and they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Grown fucking adults, you guys. Grown ass adults. This shit is like taught, then perpetuated, and then nobody says anything, and it's just okay. Like, I would love to see like some of the large Chinese creators on here on TikTok address this. Anyways, I feel like I'm gonna be the only video up about this topic, but after what I saw last night, like, something needed to be fucking said.
Cute black baby squishy toy is super fun for stress relief. Perfect small gift. Tap the link below to get yours now, lah.
話題になっているもの、それがナターシャアフリカベビーのスクイーズ人形。中国版 TikTok では洋服を着せたりメイクをしたり、まるで本物の赤ちゃんみたいに遊んでる動画が大量に出てきます。これが流行った理由からの雑扱いの様子を更新。投げられたりスープかけられたり風船につけられて放たれる、このストーリー性のある動画がバズって、今中国ではナターシャを使った動画が
meme on Chinese social media. So on Red Note and Diane, there is a trend to meme.
Hello, everybody. This is Jay Sims, Army veteran, also retired detective. Let's do some investigating here. When I saw this video, I scrolled through. I was so upset because at the end of the day, this is not the only and first video of China advertising antagonizing videos towards Black people, Africans, whoever it might be that is melanated, just to get their kicks off. But this Natasha review doll set is basically saying that, you know, you get a baby doll that look black, bald head with pink lips, you can beat it, stump it, whatever to it, and it's supposed to give you some relief. Now, let's talk about this. If any Oriental or Chinese people say in America say that don't represent them in entirety, stop lying. This is a profit motivating thing. Most people in China still support China, so stop it. When they're done with the Hispanics, the Blacks, they're coming for you, the Orientals. And that's China, Japanese, whoever it may be, they're gonna come for you. So you better wake up and start smelling the coffee, because the coffee is black with no creamer and no sugar.
This lovely creator, Love Jones, brought this video to my attention on my feed just now. I remember seeing one of the videos of the dog getting slammed down. I thought it was AI, but if you click that tab down below, girl, it's actually in the TikTok shop. Now, I didn't catch any sales thus far besides the one that's more in that needle colorful one, which is not the issue, but we see the bigger issue here. I don't know what's going on with all this type of rage baiting shit that's going on, but it needs to really stop. Like, come on, what's the reason? And then I seen another content creator talk about it as well, and I did see in the comments how Natasha is more of a Russian name, but yet it's on these dolls. And it's always some new shit in a way to just target people of color, just out of boredomness, for real. And also, racism against racism isn't going to fix the issue either, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm tired. I'm tired.
They are not even in close proximity to black people like that.
So it dinged for me. China is deeply invested in the continued exploitation of Africa. Yeah, it's a black doll, but they must be invested in the dehumanization of black people because they are heavily invested in the re-exploitation or the continued exploitation of the continent. And the best way to make it so that that exploitation doesn't click as something that needs to be stopped is to offer a toy that looks like the people that are being exploited and say, oh, this is a stress relief doll. Abuse this doll. Hurt this doll. Damn this doll to hell. Because we don't want you to think of those people as human.
で話題、今中国版 TikTok で話題になっているもの、それがナターシャ、アフリカベビーのスクイーズ人形。中国版 TikTok では洋服を着せたりメイクをしたり、まるで本物の赤ちゃんみたいに遊んでる動画が大量に出てきます。これが流行った理由、あるブロ
So apparently these Natasha doll are going very viral in mainland China. Now, as a Chinese American, I do want to address this, even though I'm very sick and I can barely talk. My throat hurts. So I want to bring awareness to this situation so that bigger content creator that is Chinese can see this video and address this situation. Now, a lot of Chinese Americans don't really use Xiaohongshu. So I'm not surprised that not a lot of people really come across this doll, to be specific. I only just found out now because someone commented on one of my videos. Now, I myself have no idea on what's going on Xiaohongshu because I'm not on it like 24/7. I'm not even on it like that. Now, I myself are very disappointed in mainland Chinese that is doing that on Xiaohongshu. I'm not saying all of them are doing it, but good majority that I saw, like quite a few videos are doing it and they're selling it and stuff like that, promoting it and making video that like they smash it and they twist it. They do very much violent stuff to that doll, and it's crazy how people just feel so comfortable doing that. It doesn't matter what race you are. It's just fucked up to be racist and treating other skin color like they're nothing. Now that I put this video out, I do want to make sure that a lot of Chinese American or Chinese people that's on this app, you have a voice, say something about it. If you speak perfectly Chinese or you know how to speak, post a video on Xiaohongshu and address this situation, because honestly, my Chinese is not the greatest, especially when it comes to Mandarin, because they speak mainly Mandarin over there. From my understanding, I heard that they're Hainan people, so they speak Mandarin, but I am very disappointed in Chinese people, like the one that did it. Okay, so my disclaimer out there is we see that this is racist and we're gonna find a way to address it. I am trying my best at the moment to speak up about any racist situation that I see online, because I don't condone nothing. It doesn't matter what color, who you are. If I see something is racist, I will call it out if I see it, okay? Now, I don't want people to fight racism with racism, so please do not go to any, like, what is it called, Chinese people platform, like, that has nothing to do with it, and mock them or be racist. Like, you can comment and say, like, hey, how about we address this situation, or like let's address this situation, and what do you think about this situation? Have them see your comment that way, but let's not fight racism against racism, please.
This cute black baby squishy toy is super fun for stress relief. Perfect small gift. Tap the link below to get yours now lah.
One thing you should know about me is that I am a really bad liar, so I would be lying to you if I were to tell you that I was surprised that there are people in China using a black doll that they call the Natasha doll as a stress toy to relieve their stress. That's a lie. I am not surprised. The anti-blackness in Asia is very rampant. Asian people here in the United States, we can sit here and infantilize our people back home and claim that they live in monolithic countries and that's why they do stuff like this because they're unaware. But the truth of the matter is, black people are global. They aren't confined to one continent or one country. Black people travel, black people move to different countries. There are in fact black people who live in Asia. So to claim that the people back home in our homelands are just unaware, it's disingenuous. One thing I need Asian people in the Asian diaspora and back in Asia to realize is that the colorism that we face is a result of the anti-blackness that runs deep in our community. In order for us to find a way to combat the colorism, we must face the fact that we also need to combat the anti-blackness, because anti-blackness and colorism are intertwined with one another. While anti-blackness is something that has been global due to white colonialism, colorism within the Asian diaspora is a result of the colorism that was in Asia before white colonizers even came into the picture. And this is something that we see today here in the United States as well. We have Asian people who are being platformed, and the rhetoric that they spill is anti-black as fuck.
Like, to be clear, it's not really up for debate now. George Floyd died of a fentanyl overdose. Like, we have the autopsy right here. There's reported no life-threatening injuries identified, so it's not like he's like, couldn't breathe because he was being...
We all know the percentage of people who voted for the man in office, but there's something that we all need to realize, and that is the fact that it's not just one sub-community within the Asian community that has right-wing ideologies. It's our entire community. And I say our entire community because until we get this right, it's our entire community. There's a lot of Asian Americans who get on this app and complain about the model minority myth and how it's not real. But the truth of the matter is, the amount of people in our community who are apolitical and choose not to speak up when things go wrong within this country is too much. And those people are the people who are upholding the model minority myth. People like to blame the people who are on the far right, but the truth of the matter is, it's the people who are apolitical in our community that is holding us back, because their complicity is fueling the fire that ignites the systems of oppression that keeps people oppressed here in the United States and globally.
So there's these new dolls that are going viral on Chinese social media, aka like Xiaohongshu, Little Red Note, and this is what they look like. I don't know about you guys, I think it's a little offensive, you know. The pink reddish lips, you know, kind of reminds me of those Jim Crow drawings they draw back in the like 60s and beyond. The thing that really is kind of bothering me the most about this, I guess, trend is, I don't know if you remember, but when Labubus were viral, people were putting them on their Birkins, you know, their designer bags. Like, you don't just put anything on a designer bag. You're gonna put something that you care about or at least show respect to. So they're putting these Labubus on their bags, but they're treating these dolls like this. They're putting them on their feet, just like wearing them like on their feet, walking around on the ground. Like, they're just, I don't know, treating these dolls, I know it's just a doll, but I feel like it's more than that. But treating these dolls with like so much disrespect, and I don't know if they'd be doing that if it weren't like a black doll. They're putting them in these outfits. There's a lot of people going viral for treating these dolls in weird ways. Like, for example, this person's running them over, and they just, I don't know, this is their whole content, is just treating these dolls super weirdly. This is that same creator throwing a watermelon of all fruits on this doll. Here's a comment I found on one of the videos. This is the translated version. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys find this doll offensive or not?
Apparently there's a trend going on in China where they're taking these little black dolls and they're using it as stress relievers and beating the shit out of the dolls. Now, these dolls are like black little babies, and they think that they're cute in an ugly way, according to Chinese media. And they're doing all kinds of weird shit to them. And it's just wrong. And it needs to be called out for the racism that it is. And we need to do better as a society. Because what the hell? What kind, like, just the marketing of it is absolutely batshit crazy. And I can't believe that this is a thing where I'm making a video about it.
We are not coming for you, leave us alone. That is why I keep saying it, that a lot of some of these other race, sorry guys, think that proximity to whiteness is actually white. So, but proximity to whiteness is never white. It's never been white, because honestly, I can't wrap my head towards that. Like, there is a particular video that actually circulated. This video circulated, and you know what this Chinese guy was literally doing to a small baby, a black baby for that matter, holding that baby at the round of the baby's neck and trying to raise that baby up from that particular level. Like, I can't even bring that video here because that video was quite disgusting. It was quite disgusting. When I saw it, I was like, what are these people literally taking black people for? So I still wonder, people that in 2026 can literally still deal with the racism coming directly from some of these Chinese people. And you know the funniest part? Chinese people forgetting that they are also the product of a black woman is what is actually funny, because if you trace back their history, if you trace back their history, a lot of them were blacks. Okay? Then I don't know what happened that they started thinking they're having a certain kind of color, and they think they can now identify with white people. A Japanese man, I actually did that video yesterday where he literally came and he said that, you see, these white people, some of them never value them because there was a job opportunity that he was supposed to be in charge. Like, he was supposed to be the one that would get the job because he spent 18 good years in France. His school year, all through his school, was literally done in France. But do you know what? The white people prefer to give it to just a white person that visited France just 3 months, that cannot even speak French fluently, than to give him. So he now said that he now realized that they might somehow kind of look alike, but he has seen it all, that still white folks can never accept them as they being white if they are not white. So how can you create a door and all manner of atrocity is being committed to this particular door? They hit this door on the floor, they pour hot water on this door, they do a lot of things on this door, squeeze it, turn it up. The funniest part is they will do it and they will be laughing. They will do it and they will start laughing. And you want to tell me that I should sit here and not accept the fact that these people are obsessed with black people? And you know the funniest part of what they literally do not realize is that no matter how hard they're trying to make us look as the bad ones, no matter how hard they're trying to commit or do anything to us, we still have black people thriving. And that is one thing that a lot of them cannot fathom. A lot of them cannot wrap up their head towards that. That these people that are supposed to be thinking out their life, these people that are supposed to even be wondering how they literally exist on this planet, are still wasting strong. They are still doing what they know how to do best. They are still becoming millionaires, trillionaires. They are still making names, making waves for themselves. So if I've never seen any black person, I've seen the strong, resilient black people. So that is why I just want to put it out here. If you're watching this video as a black person and you feel downcasted at some point in time, look at yourself and tell yourself that the reason why they are obsessed with you is because they see a particular greatness inside that they can never have in their entire life. And that is why these people are literally obsessed with us, east, west, north, and south. Honestly. And you know, the annoying part is they are doing this, their children are seeing it. And that is why they end up putting our children out there that are highly racist profile. Someone, a black lady as well, a black American lady, has literally said in one of her videos that if you think racism ends in America, visit China. That the moment you visit, you see a lot of racism happening there. Then you start asking yourself and questioning yourself, why are you literally existing? But I can't question myself because even when I saw that door, I was so disheartening. But I told myself there is something special about being black. That melanin popping skin that they can never achieve, that they can never get. That is why they're trying every single thing to destroy our reputation. But no matter what, no matter how they're trying, no matter how they keep making it look like we're not worth it, we are still making wave and we will continue to make wave as black people. If you've seen this video, I want you to let me know what your comment is in the comment section. And if this is the first time you've seen it, thank you for watching. Also, let me share your ideas with me in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.